mission to help yourself. Because if you're always thinking about making the change, but never doing anything about it, you're never going to see that change. Good morning, and welcome to Transformational Tuesday. Thank you, Trish, for being here. Good morning, good morning. And let me give you the button. There you are. There you are. Okay. There you are. We are at Transformational Tuesday. Today we're going to focus on being amazing. As you already know, our Transformational Tuesday is always about change. Sometimes people don't find amazing things in their life, but when you think about it, something amazing has happened in your life. If you are living and breathing, something amazing. Think about all the celebrities that you love and like. Although they may have left life, they have left us with something amazing. Good morning, Trish. Trish has some amazing news about college. I'm so proud of you, Trish. What happened yesterday that was amazing?
I passed my enrolling placement exam yesterday.
Yay!
All part.
You were feeling pretty good about that, or how were you feeling?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
But I felt great. I felt awesome.
Felt amazing?
Yeah, I felt amazing.
Yeah, amazing. What is our thought for today, or our question for today? Question for today. Question for today. What is our question for today?
What is the most amazing thing to you?
Yes. What is the most amazing thing to you that's happened or that you have seen before? What about you, Trish? What do you think?
I'd say the sky. How it changes colors, like after it rains, most beautiful color sequence. Like it's very pretty. It's amazing.
I like that. It is pretty amazing. It is amazing. And the most amazing thing to me is life. Life when you are born. Life when a baby has been brought into the world. Such an amazing thing. Today is going to be a change in your mindset. We're hoping for this. We know that we're struggling with things. You're struggling. I have my struggles. I'm struggling. But I'll tell you, when you stop and think about these amazing things, doesn't make you forget all about what's currently happening in and around our world. What do you think about that, Trish?
I think that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like seeing the beauty.
I couldn't hear.
Like
I couldn't hear. What did
It's
you?
like seeing the beauty in things.
Yeah.
It's just making you forget what's going on, like the bad things.
Mm-hmm. Some breathtaking places I've seen. And if you are not a traveler, I'm not really a traveler outside of the United States. I've never traveled, but I've seen some pretty amazing things. I've heard some pretty amazing things. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Trish, if you wouldn't mind putting up the information on where and how to find us on both sides. And I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity. We're going to be having some new logos. I've worked on them. They're going to still have the lion, but we want to always refresh Vibe Talk. We want to make it exciting for you. I know that I have gotten some amazing things from you all to ask us, when are we on? We always put that up. We're going to start attaching that. Good morning for those of you who are on. I see my co-host on all the way from Palmdale, California. We see two people on here. And for those of you who are here, we'd love for you to identify yourself, because that's what it's all about. All about feelings, all about feelings. I want to thank each and every one of you, those of you who are liking Vibe Talk. Thank you so much. I want to personally thank, and I want to get this right, because I'm terrible. I'm terrible at names. So I want to get this right. So if I have botched your name, I don't mean to, but I do want to give you some thanks for liking Vibe Talk. Stevie Ray, thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for liking Vibe Talk. And let's see who else. Let's see. Gwen, thank you. Thank you. And let me see where you're from. Gwen is all the way from Bangalore, India. Thank you so much for your liking Vibe Talk. I want to say thank you to my cousin Ryan. Ryan, thank you. And my aunt, Mavis, thank you. Always thank you. We never want to forget that. We never want to forget that. Vibe Talk is always open to all of you. I want to thank you, Trish, for being my partner in what we are doing. And we're making awareness. Thank you so much. Partner in awareness. Awakening awareness. We're so happy to be here. We are both, Trish and myself, on both pages here to warmly greet you. It's so important. And our thought for today is inspired from this thought. We're going to have a lot of fun with this thought today. Life is amazing. We want you to know that, and we want you to understand how so. Whatever may be going on in your life today, or tomorrow, or even yesterday. Life is amazing. And then it's awful. And then it's amazing again. And the in-between And in between the amazing and awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Everybody, let's breathe in something amazing. But wait, before you do that, I want you to think of the amazing thing. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Breathe in the amazing thing. Hold it just for a second. Now exhale. So as you held on to that amazing thing, whatever it is to you, the awful, and relax, and exhale that you did is ordinary because you do that every day. But I want you to think about your life as an amazing thing. Because we know that living sometimes has been heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, how so? Because you have experienced heartbreaking, gut-wrenching. But you've also experienced soul healing of yourself. Not just parts of yourself, but all of you. You are working on healing. That's amazing. But now, your life is breathtaking. On a count of 3, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Did you feel that as you breathe life? That's amazing. Everything that we look at, every breathing thing represents life. That's amazing. It's amazing, the cycles of life. But now you say, yeah, Miss Nisi, yeah. But nothing is amazing about my life because everything is wrong. For all the wrongs in your life, what I'd like you to do is think about the one amazing thing. You know that time. You remember that time when something amazing did this to you. Did you see that? How many of us have ever felt that? Trish?
I have.
You felt that. You want to talk about that time when it caught your breath? Breathtaking.
When I was outside taking pictures of the sky, and then all of a sudden, like, a lot of birds came out of this one tree, and they started flying the other direction. I was like, whoa! Like, just seeing all of them flying, and the beautiful sound they make together as they fly up. It's like, it was so amazing to me.
Wow. And I concur with you because I have literally, in the dawn of the morning, have been outside and I've heard the swishing of the birds because the morning is still, it's not so busy during the dawn, just at dusk. If some of you are dusk wakers, you begin to appreciate that life has movement and to hear the power in the wings of the birds. Such a beautiful thing. If you catch an amazing sight, we'd love to hear about it. Of course, our topics are not just one-time discussions. If you like something that you've heard we've talked about, by all means, where can they find us, Trish?
You can find us on Facebook, Vibe-Talk.
Direct Connect, 661-503-8993. That is voicemail, adaptable and text friendly. And as I said, Direct Connect. We also have YouTube channels. Thank you, Trish, for working so hard on all of that. Thank you, thank you. Life is amazing. The amazing thing. We want you to, on 1, 2, 3, inhale and exhale. Don't forget that part. What has taken your breath away? We want you to get out of the box. We want you to get into your feelings and really think about what has been amazing between the heartbreaks and the sadness and the defeats that you feel. What has been amazing to you? Because we get into the habit of talking about the negative. Of course, we want to honor all feelings, but we want you to think in a way so as to change your life. Change the way you think. Not me doing it, but letting you know that you have keys to access how you want to feel. Find something amazing. The next time you're feeling down, many of you are living in the backyards of beautiful places. And even in your backyard, you can make beautiful. You ever lit a fire in your barbecue pit, self-contained? Notice I said that. At night, under the stars. Have you ever sat and took your cameras out? Some of you have amazing cameras on your phone and just sat under the stars, stargazed. Have you ever just taken a drive on a beautiful street? Let's do something amazing. Let's start with having an amazing day. So you say amazing. What is amazing? What is amazing? My life is not amazing, you say, or you might say. But now for you to understand amazing, we're going to clarify some ideas or define amazing. Not according to me, not according to you, but according to what it truly means. And I quote, causing a great surprise or wonder. Stunning. We've already did the breathtaking, where something has literally taken your breath away. Something that is awe-inspiring. The psalmist said that to our Creator, Jehovah God, in recognizing His creation. He said, your works are awe-inspiring. I love that. Love that scripture. Because when you look at all creation, you think about, wow, that's amazing how the elephant does that. That's amazing how the giraffe is doing that. And that's amazing that the tiniest ant is carrying twice its weight. Amazing, you say. I found an amazing thing. I think that I shared this with you guys. It was on a not so good day. What you would call a awful day. For me, that is. As I was thinking about the awful thing that was happening to me, there was a little bird, a hummingbird. I will never forget this day as long as I live. That bird swarmed next to me. So close the hummingbird was to me that I could literally see its green beak. Or, red under him. He was green, but the beak under him was red. What a beautiful thing. Now, as I'm thinking about my awful day, here it is, not by coincidence, but that this bird reminded me how amazing life was. Now, I don't know about you, how many times that's happened in your lifetime, but that was a first for me. Because I love hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are amazing to me. Their little wings are flapping, probably faster than our hearts can beat. Good morning, whomever else is here. Good morning. I didn't get to see them. Trish, what would you like to say to them? If there's somebody on here. Oh.
Good morning. What are you thankful for? And what state are you listening in from?
Thank you. So now, seeing this amazing thing happen to me in a split second, it took my mind away from the awful day in which I thought I was having. I began to see something. I was thankful to have that hummingbird be that close to them. Be that close to me. How often in your lifetime has that happened to you? That it's like so close to me that I could touch it. You know, the awful part of me saw, wow, that's amazing. The awful part of me wanted to chase that hummingbird. Life reminders of, oh, how good life is. Because for all the things that life isn't, there's always one thing that life is. May it be amazing to you. Trish, what about you? Ever had any life experiences like that? Similar, common?
With music.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm always like, there's one time I was at my lowest point, and I heard this song on the radio, and it brought me to tears because it was like gospel. It was like comfort to me, and I still listen to that song to this day. Like, that's my anointed song right there. Like, I love that song. And I think a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
there was an argument at my house, and it was very hard for me because I don't like seeing my family argue with each other like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went outside and like everything was like calming down. I went outside and I looked up, I looked at the sky, and the cloud, it was shaped like a phoenix. It's shaped like a phoenix, and it was like, it looked like it was flying over the huge white cloud. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, that's so beautiful. And I started crying because I was like, maybe that's God talking to me, saying, you know, everything is over, everything is good now. And that's amazing.
Yes.
That's so amazing.
Yes.
To have someone tell you that, you know, it's going to be okay. Because that feeling, comfort is amazing.
Yes. That was like the bird, the hummingbird that was there for me. That brought me such comfort. Thank you for sharing that, Trish. As well, we see words. Words can make you feel amazing. Have you had someone say something to you that has made you feel amazing? And we're talking about genuine words, not manipulative words. Words that someone just needs to hear because they love to hear themselves talk. But words that infuse positive energy. Have you been the receiver of those words as well as the giver of those words? Like saying, you know, I think you're really amazing. All of us want to feel amazing, right? When someone says, I think you're really amazing, we appreciate those words. How many times have we said that? Today is your opportunity to say that. You know, we text a lot, so I know all of you are used to texting. I want you to text the words, you're amazing. Or, I think you're amazing. I want you to text those words to someone. And it's going to have a little twist on it. You know the regular people that you talk to every day, even though they are really amazing. I want you to do it to someone that you haven't talked to in a while. Because isn't it true that when we find a text that's meant for us and we pick up our phone and someone is texting us with thinking of you, or hey, just want to see how you're doing, with no strings attached, how does that make you feel? See, we want to infuse that into other people, because when we infuse those type of positive energies into other people by our actions, that moves them to want to pay it forward to someone else. So that's what we're going to do. Ready? We're going to text someone, I think you're really amazing. Let's start with that. Because we're always on our phones. We're checking our social medias. We all do it. No crime in that. But now I want you to think of someone other than yourself. To have someone in mind. That's a rhetorical question. That's the assignment. Text somebody. And ask them to text somebody that they think is amazing. It's really easy for us to text someone that we already know, that we're already familiar with. But how about those that we're getting to know? or your choice. But make it substantial, make it meaningful, because you never know what that one text could stop or start. Think about that. Think about the beauty that lies within you, the empowerment that lies within you to be able to text someone. And you know what you could say? Hey, I text a really amazing message, and you wouldn't be lying because that's what you did. You said you are an amazing person. See, how many of us will go to bed tonight and say that we text an amazing text? See, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing extraordinary, nothing superficial, nothing over the top. But I think you're a really amazing person. You've texted an amazing text. Let's all try that. And get back to me because I want to hear what the result was, how it made you feel. How many of you have ever done that? Text an amazing text with the words, I think you're really amazing. Trish, yourself, have you?
I have.
Yeah. And what was that amazing text, may I ask? Or you don't have to share if you don't want to. Don't let me put you on the spot.
Oh, I just told them they're an amazing person,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them that they need to embrace that.
That they needed what?
Embrace that.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Trish. I've texted. You're an amazing person. I've said that because I mean it. Try it out. See, we love to get text like that. We're always, sometimes I'm in a room full of people and everybody's on their cell phone, including me. We're all on our cell phones. But now, if you were to stand up, and I don't suggest anyone do this, but if you were to ask them what were they doing, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be texting an amazing text. See, we think amazing has to be something that is so over the top. It is the simplest forms of life that catch us and take our breath away. Simple. Like the hummingbird. That's not an everyday occurrence. Birth happens every day, somewhere, some form. Have you ever got a chance to look at birth? If you haven't had a chance, there's many videos. Maybe perhaps you know of someone that's going to give birth. It's pretty amazing. But now let's talk about the amazing you. What about you is amazing? That amazing thing. The one that says, oh, wow. Wow. If you're not feeling that way about yourself, you know what I say. How can you infuse that energy into someone else if you don't feel that amazing thing? Trish, I feel your music is amazing. When I hear your songs, I think that your music is amazing. Are we afraid to tell others how amazing they are? Are you afraid to stand in front of the mirror and say to yourself, I have something amazing that I like? That thing that wows you? Maybe it's your eye color. Or maybe deeper than that. It's your standard, your value. You're being who you were or who you are because of the things that have happened to you. Sometimes we have amazingly good things that happen to us, while other times we have amazingly bad things that take our breath away. Even so, it is amazing because you are breathing and still, therefore, taking a breath of life. You've gotten through that one amazing thing or that twice amazing thing, and we say, wow, that's amazing that you made it. You tell us your stories. You tell us of life and the things that have happened to you. Doesn't it get interesting? I found that with Vibe Talk that it gets interesting. Have you found that to be true, Trish, or what is your thinking on that?
Yes. I found that to be very true.
Yeah.
Because it's like on our side, we're like, wow, how did they ever get to that? Because that was me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle it. And then when they're like, everything's better now, and I'm like, it's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't even imagine what that looks like for you. Mm-hmm. But you're still living today. You're surviving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amazing things. Amazing things. And that's what we want you all to talk about. We want our conversation to stay relevant. Trish and I work hard to help these conversations stay relevant. We're working really hard. I want to talk about the choice between, since today is change day, transformation, the choice to choose what could be, what will be, the choice to create what is amazing for you. Oftentimes I really appreciate children. Children are travelers. They can travel in their space right in your own home. How many of you parents have witnessed this? Your children who make space for themselves. They make forts. They know how to create an idea. My grandchild, I have learned so much in his 3 years of life. Every day he has a thing when I'm here and I see that he makes his own space. He will take pillows from the couch and make climbing spaces. It is the most amazing thing when you humble yourself as a child and create space. Create what looks like fun, amazing. See, we sit in our own houses and we say, what? I'm bored. How many of you have ever heard an adult say they're bored? Don't know what to do with themselves. Anybody? How many of you have ever said, I'm bored? Anybody?
I have.
Yeah. See how it changes? How many of you, after saying you're bored, have done all million things, and you rightfully can say, I've tried all million things and I'm completely bored with life? Anybody? Look at how it changes. We're talking about transformation. Now let's go back to that question, because we don't want to leave it unturned. What's the point here? We say we are bored as if life has been sucked out of us, just like a straw. That's what we do to our own self. We create for ourselves the inability to make life amazing. Now think about a time, because we know time. We, in our imperfect minds and bodies, understand time, that it's 24 hours in time, and yet you will say, I'm bored. See, when I was a kid, I used to say I'm bored. Had board games, which is different from being bored. Those are two different things. Bored and being bored are two different things, spelt differently as well. But back in the day, I had my siblings. We played outside for hours and hours after our chores. And I'd come in, I'm bored. Our parents find something for us to do. But now if you're a parent and you can't get out of your living room in your child, you can't get out of your living room because you're bored and your child says, I'm bored, how do you go figure that? How do you make life more amazing for you? What does that look like? That, wow. Many of us during the pandemic said these words, I'm bored. Did you say it? I said it. But then I started to recreate myself. Life can be so amazing. As families, I've found that families got to know each other a little better. And then you were able to do a lot of video chats and calls with your families and friends. They made you laugh. So you said, that was amazing. That was an amazing conversation. How many of you have ever had amazing conversations? I have. Yeah. That you've either created or someone created. See, the operation word is create. How do we make something happen? How do we have something? We need to do that. Recreate in ourselves something amazing that will happen. You ever baked a cake? And you let somebody taste that cake and they said the words, that cake is amazing. Well, there you have it. You made an amazing cake. How about drawing? Ever drew something amazing? I'm not a drawer, so I cannot. It's amazing. It's amazing for me? The fact that I can color something and stay in the line. That's amazing. But your kid draws something, or your grandchild or your nephew or nieces, if you don't have any children, or maybe it's yourself. You paint, you draw, and you say, wow. Somebody says, that's amazing. People look at my photography and they will credit with, that's an amazing shot. You see what I'm getting at? Life is amazing. Life is not always Debbie Downers. Life can always be amazing. It's what you create. Are you with me so far? Because we're going to get deep into this level of conversation about amazing. See, when we choose to let negativity float away, we need something to replace it. Are you starving for an amazing life? You see, people think their amazing life are to have picket fence, pristine yards, perfect family with a boat, a dog, and the idyllic mate with the perfect children. I assure you, there are no perfect children. Trish, what would you like to say?
I was gonna say like how I grew up before this house. Life, like to my life to others would seem like, wow, how is that fun? How is that happy? But me and my family, we always try to make it work. Like that's how we were raised. Like try to make things work. And when the lights got cut off, when the cable was gone, like we always had fun. Like we always had fun. Like playing card games, spending time with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone would say, "I know you're never bored because you have all them siblings."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I'm just now realizing that even though like we didn't always have the best things, that my life was pretty amazing. Like we had each other, and that's what was really amazing.
Mm-hmm. And if you can identify with Trish and her amazing life, we want to hear your story. I've had siblings, or I have siblings, what am I saying? Large family of 7. My mother, there's 7 of us. And now there was never a moment to be bored, but yet I found life boring. Had toys, siblings, didn't know what to do with myself. So there you have 2 different versions of amazing. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about Vibe Talk. Some things you already know. When we choose to open up in this setting, what we're choosing is to create something amazing. Do you know what that is? What is that something amazing that we create in Vibe Talk? Connection. Isn't connection to yourself, being aware of yourself, being awakening to yourself, your past, your present, and learning how life can still be amazing? Isn't it a beautiful thing, connection? There's also something else, connection to others. See, Vibe Talk is just not about a me podcast and I'm going to talk and tell the whole story. I want to share this podcast with as many people as I come across. Why? Because it builds connection to them. You say, wow, I'm not the only person that feels this way. I relate to this. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Connection. Create connection for yourselves. You know, people want to be connected to the earth. Well, aren't people living on the earth? And I think a lot of people misrepresent being connected to the earth. The earth we're connected to by nature. We love the things of nature. You're not going to get any closer than that. Can I just tell you that? I'm going to leave that right there. Connection. People are connected to their animals, and you know what they say? I like my animal better than I do people. But now let me tell you something. As amazing as animals are, when you get to know amazing people, their life, what they've done in their life, you find it amazing. Draw connection. speaking of nature, I don't know how many of you like rain. Rain to me is a good thing because I know the earth needs it. Nature needs that rain because the rain makes beautiful gardens happen. Without the rain, there would be no flowers. Without the rain, there would be no beautiful gardens. There would be no life's petals in a realistic way. But now every drop falling from that sky creates amazing life. Now, I don't know about you. I don't like to drive in the rain, but I will. Because my life is always going and going. So I can't pick and choose when I'd like to drive. Sometimes I have to drive carefully, which I always try to practice, but now the rain helps me to create an amazing thought. That of life of others, not just myself, thinking about their life because I know that it's raining and people like to drive fast in the rain. Why for? Have no idea. But now that rain creates in me an amazing thought to think about others' lives, to be careful in their lives. Now, children like to play in the rain. How many of you have ever played in the rain? Danced in the rain? Splashed in the rain? You say you don't want to get wet. But now children, they don't think about that. They don't think about rain in their splashing in the rain makes for wet, makes for a muddy mess. But yet you will see a child do that and be just as happy. How many of you have ever done something like that or seen that amazing thing? Anybody?
Me, I saw it yesterday. My
Yeah.
siblings were playing in the rain.
Yeah. Find something amazing. How many of you have laughed in the rain? Rain. When I was a kid, I used to like to drink from the rain. The rain is falling and I'd like to feel like what the rain tastes like. Ever done that? There couldn't be any cleaner water than coming from the heavenly clouds. Clean water.
I have.
Amazing things that we can create for ourselves. How about gestures? You ever held someone's hand? Me or more? Good morning and welcome. Welcome to Transformation Tuesday. We're talking about amazing things. Trish, what is the question of the day before we ask Mia Moore anything else? Lines are open, ladies and gentlemen, by the way.
The question of the day is, what is the most amazing thing to you?
What is the most amazing thing to you, Mia Moore? Amazing. That's what we're talking about, how life can be amazing. What is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to you or that you've ever saw? We're going to add that too. You can get on the call if you want. We just want you to stay relevant to the question when you are. Go ahead. Line is open for you. It is your time. What is the most, what is an amazing thing that you've ever seen? Or something amazing that has happened? And please tell us where you're from, please. Mia Moore is on our line. Please listen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Mi amor, where are you from? Where are you listening in from?
Florida.
Florida. Welcome. So
Where y'all from?
I am host, and I'm from Southern California, High Desert, and Trish is my co-host. Where are you from?
South Carolina.
Okay. The question, mi amor, what is something amazing that you witnessed or that has happened to you?
I saw a double rainbow yesterday.
A double rainbow? Wow. Did it take your breath away?
Yeah, I was just driving and I saw that. I was like, yo, that's cool.
Yeah. I love rainbows. In fact, as a photographer, I've got a picture of a rainbow just as beautiful as it can be. Thank you for that. What was on your mind?
Huh?
What did you want to say? Is there anything you want
for a question?
No, what did you want to say? Because we asked you a question, but we also want you to be able to say what is on your mind.
Oh, okay. Are you guys into cars?
It's not a hobby, but I have one, and I have a son that is really into cars.
I was gonna say, do you guys think that they're actually gonna take away motors?
And make them electric?
Yeah.
Yes. Now that's a viewpoint, but, I want to answer that. But yeah, I do think that. Eventually.
It shouldn't, though.
What'd you say?
It shouldn't.
Oh. Well, there you go. They shouldn't. Now, what are you thankful for?
I'm sorry?
What are you thankful for, mi amor?
My family.
Your family. That is wonderful. Is there anybody in particular that you think is an amazing person?
My girl.
Okay. Do you write her an amazing text and tell her how that you think she's amazing? Have you ever written her that kind of text?
Almost every time I wake up.
Okay. How about doing this?
Huh.
Would you text yourself an amazing text that you are an amazing person?
I know I'm an amazing person. I always tell me that. Every time
excuse
I wake
me?
up, I always try to think, what could I do to make myself better than I was yesterday?
I love it. Text yourself an amazing text. If you have not done it, try it.
Okay.
Okay? Your day. I hope you have an amazing day.
You as well.
And you can find us on Facebook at Vibe-Talk. Don't forget the dash. Vibe-Talk. We're also on Instagram. Go check us out. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have Vibe Talk Reels. Check them out. Let us know how you feel about them. They're beautiful with music. Go check them out. Vibe Talk Reels. Thank you so much, mi amor. We hope that you'll stay with us.
Yeah, I'll stay for a little bit.
Alrighty. It's interactive, so you can participate. Thank you for your call. So now, back to something amazing. We're talking about amazing thing. We thank mi amor for the time that he spent with us. Stay with us. Now, how about a gesture? Have you ever held someone's hand? Have you ever given a hug that means without saying, you're amazing? How many of you have ever had a hug like that? We're talking about touch. Anybody? you're amazing. Anybody?
Wait, can you repeat that?
How many of you have had an amazing hug or a touch? An amazing. Or you've given someone a really meaningful hug or a touch? You've been the receiver or the giver? I have both. Both. Amazing. One that you are saying without saying, because see, we can also feel people's amazingness without saying a word. Which means that you're an amazing person because you can communicate with people that maybe are deaf, maybe are blind. We take those things for granted. But they can feel. You know, many of us, I don't. We kiss our dogs, our cats. But now I do hug my dog. I don't have a dog, but when I had one, we do that. Why do we do that? Because we want to express to them how amazing they make us feel, right? All you animal lovers out there. I saw one time somebody kissed a horse, and I thought, I've never seen that, but it was funny to me. Expressions that make us feel amazing. How many of you have ever had that? Trish said that. I haven't. We want you to be able to be the giver of that. Someone amazing. An expression, a hug, or a touch. Now, let's talk about our amazing joys in life. When we think about our personal affairs and our daily happenings, I want you to think about the emotions that you're feeling throughout the day. What am I asking? Be aware of your emotions. Pay attention to how you're being spoken to. Does it make you feel amazing? If you're in more conversations that don't make you feel amazing, that should be a ring. That should be a ring. That's okay. That's okay. You're fine, mi amor. So when we think about how we talk to ourselves, how are you speaking to yourself? Are you speaking to yourself amazingly? You know, do you hear more wins than I can't, never, impossible? How about speaking to yourself amazingly this way? I can, I will, I'm possible. Because speaking to yourself in the most amazing way helps you to produce within yourself, connecting with yourself, some pretty amazing results. See, we don't promote here to be people that speak. We don't promote here people that speak narcissistically. That means that they're all that in a bag of chips and nobody else matters. We speak to ourselves with an awareness. How about every single day? Remember how there's 24 hours in a day? Every single morning is a new opportunity to be amazing, to do something amazing. To do something amazing that you can do it. You have the key to connect. You can make your keys to yourself amazing every single day. Actions. How many of us, I think it was you, Mia Moore, that said to make yesterday are to make today better than yesterday, the opportunity, we can choose that. What is your priority in life? To be amazing? How many amazing people do you know? Can you think of offhand? Trish? Mia Moore? How many amazing people can you think of? Mia Moore and Trish. Offhand, roughly. My list probably goes beyond 20.
I was going to say like 25 plus.
Yeah. See. If people are amazing, don't you think you're amazing? Beyond what is happening to you, what seems like a disparity, a defeat, what seems like a challenge, you're pretty amazing. The fact that you're here, the fact that you woke up today. So now when we think about how amazing life can be during these trying times, do we feel amazed that we have lived this long, or however long we are living? Now, our human body, we talk about that a lot because we should talk about the physicality of ourselves, because that's being present. How are we doing? Some of us get up, we do the extreme, we push our bodies, but now do we take care of our bodies? And that's a hard message for me, because I will see signs and signs and signs, and yet I ignore them physically. Until my body starts saying, you better not ignore that. So here's what I've been doing for my physical self to be able to do something amazing. I amazingly have a rest period. Rest period. Why? Because I've put so much strain on my body. But if I'm going to teach about wellness, then my body must be kept as well as I can humanly keep it. So I'm going to take my own advice. Life is amazing, even in the physical sense. Taking care, taking time out for ourselves in whatever we're doing. While we are living in a world with material toys, goodies that we have, TVs, trucks, cars, we need to think about true happiness. And your happiness comes from joyful experience, not the things that you have. While you may have all those things, you might have someone that has none of those things. And yet they are just as happy as you are. Have you experienced joy? And so that was amazing. You know, I've experienced joy that come from other humans, not things. Other human. Don't give up on human. You know, I hear a lot of people say I'd rather be closer to my dog, and while that may be true in some cases, we need to find our balance with that, because humans can make you joyful or break you. You choose. You can also be that for some other human. While you get connected with yourself and your joyful experience, we want you to count more joys and make life amazing. Pull up your chair. That is, listen closely to what I'm about to say. Each and every one of us We are going to grow. We are growing. We never stop growing. And along with growth comes change. Out of that change, we are going to build layers upon layers of amazing personality traits. We're going to create new, improved versions of ourselves as we grow and change. I'm going to say that one more time. Pull up your chair. You ready? We all grow. We will continue to grow. And in that growth, we have amazing changes. Those amazing changes within ourselves helps us to be new and improved versions of ourselves. Better. Getting better at just being us with the growth and changes. If you have changed, I tell you, you're growing. If you've changed, you're growing. Give yourself permission to do that, because you're going to find something amazing within your experience of change and growth. Remember how I talked about self-caring for your physical body? We must choose to do that. We must choose to care for what we are allowing in the intake of our physicality, our mental and emotional departments. Because our body responds to what we give it, and our body responds to what we don't give it. Conversation is a gift. Everybody has conversation. Everyone. In the ASL world, that's American Sign Language, there is conversation. You can't hear it. I can't hear it. But now we see it. How many of you are familiar with the American Sign Language conversations?
I am.
Yeah. Does it not amaze you that you have no idea what they're talking about, but yet you find it amazing? Don't you wonder, what are they saying? How many of you have ever wondered that? Trish, you were going to say something. I want to be mindful of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I find it very amazing. And as a little kid, my mom, she would give us an encyclopedia and have sign language, and she'll like tell us to learn the letters and stuff. And it was fun. And like when I see people do sign language, like at live, like when people are like singing and stuff, and they do sign language, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so amazing. Like, how do you keep up with that?
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? What's even more amazing, some of you live in places where you can actually wake up and hear the birds. If you're really quiet, you will hear them. There is nothing more amazing than that. Conversation piece. Children, babies. Maybe you don't understand what they're saying, but you ever saw a baby next to another baby and how they conversate? Oh, so amazing. And they understand each other. And you're saying, what is going on? Because I can't understand. But they do. If you've ever witnessed that. I'm listening to birds right now. Conversation pieces draw you closer. Let's have amazing conversations. How about amazingly learning lessons? How many lessons have we learned in our lifetime? Whatever age we are. Plus. Whatever age we are. Plus. Let's learn. Let's get better and amazingly learning from. Let's all say that we amazingly learn every day. Let's be that to someone. We need to find peace of mind, amazingly so, in the world that we live in, a busy, busy world. How many of us need to find peace of mind? Isn't it amazing that you and I can have peace of mind? It's ours for the taking. Mindful choices can be amazing when we start making mindful choices. One of the things that we hashtag are mindsets. You say, God grant me peace, but yet you live in a world full of chaos. We all do. The world around us is chaotic, busy. Busy. Chaotic doesn't have to mean a bad thing. It could just mean, I need to pull myself away from that. Let's be amazing at what we choose for our mindset. We can choose to have a peaceful mindset. Go ahead, Trish.
And, because it's like impact is amazing. Like how things impact you and how things affect you.
Mm-hmm.
And like the strength of it is very amazing. Like it will hit you by surprise as well. Like impact, like negative impact, it can make you feel like, wow, I didn't know that it will hit me that hard. And versus the positive one, you have to be, there are lots of amazing things going on, regardless of like how negative the impact that certain thing has put on you. Mm-hmm. And like, sometimes to realize the amazement, the positive amazement, you just have to simply look, and like we talked about, it's about mindset, how you think, if you're saying, oh, my life is so amazing, or stuff like that, like you're never, like not never, but it's hard to see the amazing things that's going on around you.
Yes. We hope that we're sending change from something better to best. We hope that we are sending the message of transformation from something good to best. We hope that life is even something that we've reconsidered and that we appreciate it that much more. Your life. At this very hour, I want to speak to you on something very serious at this very present hour. We're going to be careful with how we're going to introduce something, so there's always a message within our message. Someone in the hours of us speaking took their lives. I want to awaken you to awareness. I don't know who it is. You don't know who it is. Someone before you went to bed last night took their own lives. And while you were sleeping in between now and this morning, pull up a little closer. someone took their lives. Now, the one thing that they didn't hear was they are amazing. Maybe they didn't need one thing. Maybe they needed maybe 5 things. Maybe they could have drawn strength from this amazing discussion that we're having. I want to say this to say this. I want to say this to say this. Might it be one life that we can possibly hold on to? Because somebody somewhere needs to hear this today. Somebody that is right now thinking about ending their life. Why is that? Because they can't find anything amazing about themselves. Vibe Talk has helped so many people, and this is what we want to do. This is why we're here every morning. And if we're not, tomorrow we will not be here live recording. We ask that you find a pod or find something. Trisha will put something up for us for our Wednesday Wellness. I want to speak on this. And this is the message that I have for those of you who are in between the gaps of taking your own life and reconsidering. Because we don't want it to end. We don't want that for you. We want to make you feel better. Because why? We mean it. I know that sometimes it doesn't seem possible to see yourself amazing. Why do I know that? Because I was there. I was there. I was in between the gap of taking my life. Attempted it. And now as I think about it, that happened. But what did I learn about it? I learned through other people. I learned through continuous conversations that my life was worth living. That I had some amazing things happen during my lifetime that I could not see, but other people would tell me. It wasn't until I stood in the mirror and I saw amazing things. Years of hard work. Not going to overcome it. So we're going to ask you, if you are thinking about your life in between now and tonight, that you listen to this podcast. When you make your life meaningful, it rubs off on everyone. Make the change. We know that somebody somewhere is going to hear this, and yes, we talk to all people. We are not afraid. It's how we're going to say something, because we don't want you to go away from your life thinking that no one cares for you. We want you to care enough about yourself to take the time to listen. If you've listened to 20 minutes of this podcast, then you will listen to the other minutes. It's just like that. We want you to know that you're amazing. You think that your life is awful. You think that you have nothing to live for. We will tell you all the amazing things about yourself in one sitting. So before you decide that you want to take your life, give us a chance, give us a try. We will refer you to some pretty amazing professionals in your town. We take life amazingly. Am I speaking too loudly to you? Because I want you to understand that everyone deserves to have a chance to have a better life. Some of us are not going to get to the healing parts of ourselves. Some of us are not going to recognize that the awful parts of our life will get better. See, I was almost that person. And for those who have kept me alive through the times that I wanted to just end it, thank you, and thank you. Because there wouldn't be Vibe Talk. I'm so thankful for all the amazing things in my life, all the amazing things more than the awful parts of life. We know that you feel broken, but out of that brokenness comes wholeness, believe it or not. We hope that you're listening, and we hope that as you listen that you won't be selfish. You will share this to someone who needs this, because there's somebody between this morning and tonight that will think about taking their life and that will succeed. We don't want that. We want you to be aware. We want you to understand that we hear you, we see you. No matter where you are, we want you. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, we make it a point to ask you, where are you listening in from? We don't know your story, but you do. Life is amazing. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. If you know of someone who has thought about taking their life, who looks like they want to take their lives, you only know. Please refer them to this podcast. We know that there's some things that are very hard to talk about, but it is a reality in the world that we live in. There's so many people who don't feel that life is amazing. So many people have overcome, people who have killed themselves. I don't know if you know Marie Osmond. Her son took his own life. Something to live with. Got to think about that. Famous radio host, son, found her son dead, took his life. It is happening. Let's not ignore this. Let's get the help that people so desperately need now. With that, I want to make a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. But Vibe Talk has so many resources for you. We want this to be made for you, something that's an aha moment. You have something amazing. Call us. Tell us the amazing thing about yourself. Let's have a beautiful conversation. Let's help you rethink your life. Fill your life with breathtaking moments. Because I promise you, the one breathtaking thing that you did for yourself is worth a lifetime. I understand. Maybe we've had difference of how we got to think about taking our own lives, but yet I understand you. I'm asking that you reconsider. Tell me one amazing thing about yourself. For those who are thinking about taking their life, it is yours to tell them one amazing thing about themselves. It's kind of like when we see in the movies and art imitates life in the movie screen, and the person is hanging over the ledge and you come out to rescue them. You have to be careful of what you say, your tone, and be sincere. If you've ever been put in a situation, you know that it's in a blink of an eye, life could be over. Spread some amazingness. You never know who it might be. Now, if that isn't strong enough for you and you walk away from here and pretend like you don't hear it, then I'm going to ask you to replay this until you get the point. Life is amazing. More than the awfuls, more than the routines, more than just the heartbreaks, and more than the defeat. Life is amazing. I wish you more of it. Trish, any concluding comments today?
One amazing thing is enough amazing thing. Because it lives with you forever in your memory. And the fact that you exist is breathtaking. So, grasp that and continue to be the amazing person you are, because you are amazing.
Mm-hmm. And we're genuine when we speak. Thank you for that, Trish. We don't even know you, but I'll guarantee you between today and tonight, there will be somebody who takes their life. Do I want that to be? No, it's reality. But if I can help somebody to rethink, because that pain is real, then I want you to be able to forward this podcast. By the way, it's going to be on our Vibe Talk page for you. We're concerned. We want to know how you're doing, how you've come through it. Your life is amazing. We want to hear about it. What is our question for the day, Trish?
What have you learned or discovered about yourself today? And what was your experience like here today?
Well, for me, I know that I have learned that life, despite whatever we're going through, we can always find or create something amazing. Something that we feel is amazing, not that it has to be by anybody else's standard. And my feeling in here was, I feel like I'm the person that is talking to a person that's on the ledge. So if you've ever been in that situation, you know the desperation, the feeling of trying to help it hit home to people. That's what you know. Trish, I turn the question to you. What did you discover about yourself? Welcome back, mi amor. What did you discover about yourself, Trish? And what was your feeling in this podcast today?
I discovered to feel amazing, when others say that I'm amazing, I must first believe that I'm amazing. I must believe that and know that.
Mm-hmm.
And my experience here today, it was triggering because I had been at that low point before, and just thinking about it just makes me think, wow, it's amazing that I came a long way from there.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought it was impossible to make it, but I know that I made it, and yeah, that's what triggered me today.
Thank you for that. Every day is a day for impact. With Vibe Talk is, in all seriousness, we laugh in here a lot. We're not going to give you 5 minutes of fame just because you're coming through. We want Vibe Talk to be meaningful. Vibe Talk has helped so many people. We're going to be able to talk about some of the things that people have said about Vibe Talk. We're going to do that very soon. The most thing that I want to accomplish with Vibe Talk as host, I want to be able to reach the heart and the minds of so many people on things that are good, things that are well, things that will make for you a better person. Always appreciative of everybody who comes through here. Jade, good morning. Trish, what would you like to say to Jade?
Good morning, Jay. What state are you listening in from, and what are you thankful for and why?
Got a lot of feedback, Trish. What are you thankful for, Jade, and where are you listening in from? We're talking about life being amazing. Our lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Illinois. Thank you so much. All of my siblings are from there, and my mother. I am the only one who is not. I'm from California. Jade says, I'm thankful for support from my family. Jade, our question for the day is, what amazing thing has happened to you, or what is the most amazing thing that you've ever saw? We're asking that question. What is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to you, and what is the most amazing thing that you've ever seen? That is what we are asking today. We're so thankful you're here. Yeah, we're talking about amazing things. There's so much amazing things. In case you've missed this podcast, we're live recording. In fact, for those of you who would like to see our page, is Vibe-Talk on Facebook, Vibe _ on Instagram, Vibe _ talk, I should say. We are all over the place. YouTube, okay, we are there. We ask that you all come back and see us. Tell us your story. Let's see how we can make life amazing for other people. If life is not amazing for you, start creating an amazing life for yourself. Start thinking about what that looks like for you. You know, we have 24 hours in a day. Some of us need to be more skilled at making life meaningful, making life amazing. When you say have an amazing day, I say that a lot to people. Have an amazing day. It's their choice. But you know what I say? I'm going to have an amazing day. That makes a difference. Regardless of how you're going to see your day, I'm choosing to have an amazing day. What about you? Can that be said of you? What do you think, Trish?
Yes. It's like, you know what makes you happy, and you know what makes you excited, and that's like doing the things you love to make your life amazing.
The states that have been in here today. Trish, you want to tell us?
Illinois, Florida, South Carolina, and Palmdale, California.
Yeah. We're reaching. Yeah. Jade says, oh, nice. Yeah. That question of the day, Jade, when you think about it, we want you to write in. We want you to, if you would, for us, answer that question in our Vibe Talk We have that on Facebook. So go ahead and comment. Maybe you'll think about it later. We want you all to feel free to participate. Go ahead, Trish.
I just want to send a thank you to Young Kwame from Ghana, West Africa, because he liked our review.
Nice. See, that's what I'm talking. Well, we don't judge here. What is the most amazing thing? It's your feeling. Feelings are undeniable. What is your feeling? Remember, feelings and viewpoints are different. What is the most amazing thing that has happened to you? We do not judge here. What's the most amazing thing? And all of us have a belief system. We have to. That's our survival. So if you want to answer, you go right ahead. And you said, going back to you, Trish, that was from Ghana, you said?
Yes.
Nice. Look at what we're doing, guys. Thank you, Trish. Thank you. Jade. Okay? So, something amazing. Something amazing. When you were a kid, you had something happen. Was that all, Jade? Because I don't want to go ahead and you're not done. You said what? That I told you there's no such thing as spirits? Did I ever say that, Trish? I'm confused. Oh, because you wrote that. So what do you mean? You told me there's no such thing as spirits. I'm not gathering that. Okay. Yeah, it's good to refer that. So you're saying that society, tells people that. Yes. Go ahead. You have a few minutes. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, society does feel that way, and that's okay. That's their feelings. However they feel. So you've had an amazing thing happen. Nice. Something amazing. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So you said that your amazing thing that you experienced happened firsthand. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Appreciate that. We always appreciate things and we want to make sure that we're not giving viewpoints like I did today about the car thing. I don't want to be tricked into that. And it was just a conversation, but we refrain from our viewpoints because we are all in our feelings. Our feelings, we know, are common. We experience emotions, maybe not at the same levels or same scenarios, but we all understand emotion. Today was feeling amazing. I want to thank everybody first off. Thank you, Trish, for being an amazing co-host. Thank you. Thank you. I feel so amazed at you, your music. You are our intro and our outro. Thank you for your music. And thank you for you're welcome. Please come back and see us again. See our pre-records. We record our podcast every day. Find it on Facebook. Vibe-talk. Don't forget the dash. And find our inspirationals on Instagram. We are so very thankful for all of you. Trish, congratulations. We celebrate your going to college. When does that start for you, Trish?
I'm trying to start next month.
All right. And all of your academic assessment tests, wow, you're amazing. Passing all of that. We celebrate you, my dear, and thank you for being a beautiful co-host. Thank all of you for listening. We from time to time put thank yous out. Be sure to find us tomorrow. We're going to be on a pre-record. That will be up to Trish. Find and follow our pages. We are here now. Come over, say hello to us. We are here. And tomorrow we will not be on live recording. Many of you, when we are on pre-record, you will ask, where are we? Every day we are here, 5:30 a.m. Western Time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You'll find us. We want to thank you once again. We wish you to have more amazingness in your life. Thank you so much. We are trying our best to make our podcast more meaningful for all of you. And we thank you. If there's nothing further, we are at the end of our 2 hours. We're at the end, and thank you all for being here. Thank you so much, Jade. I know it, Jaden, I'm sorry. Jade, thank you. And thank you for your amazing experience. And that's the question. What is amazing to you, and what have you experienced that's amazing? That's what we're asking. Something amazing that has happened to you. We're answering that throughout the day. Find and follow us at Vibe Talk. Bye, everybody. We'll see you on Think About Thursday live right back here. Have a good day.